Hey YouTube, Scapegoat here, and today we're going over the new cards from Phantom Rage. They are the Souten archetype. They're pretty good, but before we get into that, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Greatly helps the channel out, as well as going to Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that other stuff down below in the bio. But let's just hop right into it because this is what you're here for. So these cards are really good. We have Yubi of the Souten Fist, Light Warrior effect monster, 1800 attack, 1000 defense, level 4 monster. You can only use the cards once and 2 effects once per turn each. You can target one Souten monster you control, destroy it, and if you do, add one Souten spell or trap card, spell card from your deck to your hand. So this card searches the spell card, so that's pretty good. The second effect is if a face-up Souten fusion monster you control that was fusion summoned by using an effect monster's effect is destroyed by battle or by opponent's card effect, and this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. So it has some recursion, it can come back to the hand, right? You can target a monster you control, destroy it to add a spell card from your deck to your hand. That's also pretty good. So the next one is Kukoku of the Souten Kicks. So it's a light warrior effect monster, level 3, 800 attack, 2000 defense. You can only use the 1 and 2 effects once per turn each. If a face-up Souten monster you control except Kuko of the Souten Kicks is destroyed by battle or by card effect during your opponent's turn, you can special summon this card from your hand, then apply this effect. Destroy one Souten monster you control, and if you do, special summon one Souten fusion monster from your extra deck. So this card will special summon a fusion monster based on its own effect. That's pretty strong already. The second effect is if this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one Souten trap from your deck to your hand. So this is the trap searcher. So both of the main deck monsters has a searching capability. This one being spells and this one being traps. So you're already getting a lot of resource management going on. Everything's like adding to your hand. You're getting a lot of use out of these cards. So right off the bat, these both seem like really good monsters. Especially this one, you get to special summon a fusion monster. Then we get to the fusion monsters, which they start seeming like, alright effects, but then you get to like spells and kind of kicks up a notch. But go into this. It's Gaia of the Souten Fist, Light Warrior Fusion Monster, Effect Monster, level 6, 2100 attack, 1500 defense, requires 2 Souten monsters to fuse. You can only use this card's one effect once per turn, the one effect being, if this card is special summoned, you can target one attack position monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Also, this card cannot attack directly for this turn. So the thing about this is you want to be special summoning this specific monster on your opponent's turn, so you can get the pop as a form of interruption, and making the attack not like necessary. You don't really need the attack on your opponent's turn, right? So this is going to be used as an interruption card. And the second effect doesn't really matter too much, except when you're attacking, and you get like go for damage, or if you want to like have the increase anyway for your opponents to like not attack you. While you control a Souten fusion monster that was fusion summoned using an effect monster as a material, uh, the Souten fusion monsters you control gain 300 attack. So using this guy's effect to special him will give him 300 attack as well as the other fusion monsters. So the next one we have is Gaiun of the Souten Kicks, Light Warrior Fusion Effect Monster, level 5, 1700 attack, 2100 defense. Same thing, 2 materials as the Soutens. You can only use the 2 effect once per turn. If a Souten fusion monster you control would be destroyed by battle, it would be destroyed by card effect, rather. You can destroy one other Souten monster you control instead. So if there's a card effect that's activating that's going to destroy one of your Souten cards, you can destroy another Souten card as opposed to this one. During the main phase, if you control a Souten fusion monster that was fusion summoned from the extra deck using a effect monster as a material, you gain a quick effect. You can target one face-up monster that was special summoned from the extra deck and negate the effect until the end of the turn. So it's another form of interruption. It's pretty good, right? So they both seem pretty okay. Then we get to the big boss, the big fusion monster. It's a Kongo, leader of Souten. A Light Warrior Fusion Effect Monster, level 8, 3000 attack, 1700 defense. Materials requires a Yubi and 2 Soutens. So Yubi being the effect monster right over here, right? And then 2 other ones. The effect of this card is if this card attacks or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. So it's kind of got like that Star Eater effect that prevents the effects activating. And then the second effect is at the end of damage calculation, if this card attacked, you can return 1 card your opponent controls to the hand. So it does bounce a card. A lot of these cards have like interruption or like removal. So it's pretty cool. And then when a spell or trap card or effect that targets this card on the field is activated, and you control 2 or more fusion monsters, you can negate its activation. So only thing that's kind of weird about this is it has to target this card. So he's pretty much like almost unbeatable on the field, right? You could Dingirsu send him, but like that's pretty much the weakness of it, right? Anything that targets it, it's not really gonna go after it as long as you have the other fusion monsters, which seems hard to do. But the next card is really gonna make it seem way easier. It is a normal spell card. You can only activate this card with this card's name once per turn. It's called Souten Calling. You discard 1 card, any card, and if you do, special summon as many Souten Spirit tokens, Warrior Light level 2 attack, 0 defense, as possible to your field. Also, for the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except fusion monsters. You cannot tribute the tokens you control, and all tokens you control are destroyed during the end phase. Then you can apply this effect up to 2 times. You can fusion summon 1 Souten fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control or have in your hand as materials. So you can use the fusion effect twice, I guess. That's like some weird wording. I don't think we've ever had that before. We've had immediately after this card resolve special summon or something like that from the extra deck, but this lets you apply the effect twice. That's kind of interesting. Also, you get to special as many of the tokens as you want, which is like really great because you're special summoning, let's say 5 tokens, right? The 5 tokens become, let's say, 2 of the fusion monsters because you're gonna use 2 of them to make 2 of those, right? These 2 require any 2 monsters. You need the specific monster for the 3 material one, but you can still use 2 tokens, and you can normal summon the UB or special summon them rather. There's a way we can special summon before we activate this because the clause only is after you activate the card. You can still special summon before, meaning you can still Isolde, special summon the level 4, get that on the field, then use the token effect to get the tokens on board, and then summon the 3. So you can do that. So I would also highly advise you get your warrior extenders and all of that stuff. You know, if you're planning on building Infernoble Knights, you should probably already have it. But all of the pretty much any 2 warriors will make the Isolde, right? In which you can special summon the 4. And when you special summon the 4, you can target a you can destroy your own Souten monster. So you can destroy the one that you special summoned, right? And then you can add the Souten spell. And the Souten spell will go to your hand. You can discard the card you searched off Isolde, which is free advantage, right? And then you get all the tokens. You don't get to make the 3 material in that case, but that's still fine because you can still make 2 fusions and it's still like free advantage. So this card's the card that like turned my perspective over of this archetype because it's crazy advantage. But then we have the field spell, which is also really good. You can only activate this card's name once per turn. You can only use this card's second effect once per turn. So when this card is activated, you can add 1 Souten monster from your deck to your hand. So this card's gonna be Rhoda, right? You're gonna get one of the 2 monsters up here. So you get that effect, and the second effect is if you control a Souten effect monster, you can special summon 1 Souten Spirit token for your light level 2, 0 attack, 0 defense, and you cannot special summon monsters from your extra deck for the rest of the turn except fusion monsters. So this card also helps you get into the fusion monster as well. Or you could just pop the tokens and get searches off the tokens as well. So those are all pretty cool, right? We have the quick play spell, which is pretty interesting. I wouldn't say it's as good as the other two spells, but it still has like application and it's still pretty good. So it is called Souten Exorcism. It's a quick play. You can activate only one card with this card's name once per turn. Target one Souten monster you control and one card in your opponent controls. Destroy them. Then if you destroyed a Souten fusion monster you control, you can apply one of these effects. You can draw a card, or you can banish one card in your opponent's graveyard. So you get a DD Crow effect as a quick play, or you can draw one card. And obviously you're popping one Souten monster you control and one card your opponent controls. It doesn't even have to be the effect monsters. You can pop a token and still pop a card that your opponent controls, or you can do the fusion monster and get the beneficial effects. So there's that. And then we get to the traps. We have Souten Returns. The normal trap, you can only activate one card with this card's name once per turn. Target one Souten monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Then if you do, and it's a level 4 or less, you can special summon one Souten spirit token. The same stats, warrior, light, level 2, 0 attack, 0 defense. So this is Call of the Haunted, essentially. Well, it doesn't stay on the field, goes to the graveyard. The monster comes out and you also get a token. So it's good for setting up the board for the following turn on your opponent's turn. And then we have the last trap, which is you can only activate this card's name once per turn. A card with this card's name once per turn. During the main phase, banish one Souten spell or trap from your graveyard, except Souten's duty. This card's effect becomes that card's effect when it activates. So theoretically, right, you could activate this card to get one of the cards in the graveyard, right? And then you also get a token. Then you activate this card, banishing this card. You special summon another of the effect monsters and get another token. So you can do that. You can activate this quick play spell, get the effect off to pop a card, or if it's a fusion monster you're popping, you get the bonus effect, and then you activate the trap. Do it again. Same with the this spell, but I don't think this spell is as beneficial to do because I mean, unless you want to get the tokens on the field for like other effects like this. But these cards seem way more stronger to work with the trap card. But that's pretty much it. Overall, I think this archetype's really good, right? Especially if you plan on investing in Infernoble Knights, because you'll already have about, a majority of the cards you'd probably be using in this archetype. I'm probably going to mess around with it on Dueling Book or Edo Pro and kind of come up with some decks, because I like to play Warrior Orcust and like Warrior decks. So I'm pretty used to the Warrior package and all of that stuff. But definitely pick up the Warrior cards if you don't have them, because I can guarantee if this deck is played at a meta level that you're going to be going into Isolde first to special summon the level 4. Not this guy, because you don't really get the beneficial effects, I would say. But you can special summon this guy off of it. Obviously, you're going to play Rhoda. You're probably going to play Terraforming to search into the 4 anyway. So pick up the Warrior cards, Neospatian Connector, Spell Striker, even the 2 new cards coming out in Tune Chaos. There's the one from the deck that equips like Squeak Knight, and then Squeak Knight's already out, so that's like an auto Isolde. So that's pretty much it. So let me know what you guys think about the deck, the Souten deck. If you guys like it, I like it. I think it's like kind of reminds me of like a Shaman King type of archetype. But I know they're saying there's like a lot of Buddhism in it. Yeah, there's like a Buddhism references and all that stuff. So I'm not really sure what the archetype's supposed to be about. Or a lot of people saying it's like reminding them of the Hokage from Naruto. Like I forget, it's like Madara and then Arashima or something, I think. But that's pretty much all I got. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you very much, and hope you guys enjoy.